Robinson, and I'm the host of the Faith&Formulas podcast. On today's episode, it is Technology Month. This is the theme for the month of June, but when you guys see this, it will be July. So today's episode is titled Creating Content, Creating Change: How Girls Can Use Technology to Explore STEM. And I'm accompanied by today's guest, who I met at the Future Medical Leaders Congress in Boston over last weekend. Guys, she's a phenomenal, excellent women in STEM, and I'm so excited to see everything that she does. Her name is Anuki Malimbada Liyanage. And
Yes.
she's passionate about science. She's aspiring to be an astronaut and a medical scientist, you guys. And she's the creator of Sci Trends on YouTube. So definitely go and check that out. From mental health advocacy to award-winning journalism and national STEM recognition, Anuki is using her voice to inspire change and curiosity in young minds everywhere.
Thank you so much for having me on this podcast, Skylar. I'm very honored to be accompanied by such a wonderful woman in STEM
Aw,
and
thank you so
beyond.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to get into some questions today that are frequently asked questions for women in STEM, and we're going to explore how we can use technology to inspire girls to pursue STEM. We both have access to these questions, so I'm going to start with the first question. How do I know which STEM field is right for me? And what can you guys do to use technology to allow girls to see what STEM field is right for them?
We can use technology to figure out which STEM field is right for us because the internet is just so powerful. If you have a passion, you can search it up. Like if you want to study immunology, you can search that up. Technology is so powerful in searching for what field you want to go into. And the most important thing I feel like is that we need to follow our passions. Too often we get caught up in the idea of like, okay, we need to find a good stable job, but what's the point of stability if you don't enjoy it? What I
Right,
mean?
right.
What do
I
you think,
love that.
Skylar?
I would definitely agree, like looking things up. One thing that one of my mentors told me is if you're not successful in Gen Z, then you're doing something wrong because we have resources everywhere. Google, so,
ChatGPT.
right, ChatGPT. But what I would say, how we can use kind of like content creation for girls to know which STEM field is best for them. I would say follow people who are already in the positions that you want to be in and connect with them. I know I've followed certain people like Alicia Bowe, and I would definitely say that you should send them a DM as well. You can ask them questions, and that would be my biggest piece of advice.
These really successful women want to see you succeed too. Send that DM.
So for the second question, you guys, it is how can I get internships or experiences in high school? And how can I use technology to find those opportunities?
A lot of internships and opportunities that you can find really exist on social media. I know I follow this account called Future Female Scholars, but they have so many internship,
They
research,
do.
all these opportunities, and
Yeah.
I only found out about them recently through a friend. Thank you,
Mhm.
Harshini. And another
Mhm.
thing that we can do is totally just cold email people.
Right,
It's
thank you.
scary, but like cold emailing in
Hmm.
2025, we are bringing cold emailing into 2025 and
Right.
beyond. Because like that's like it's scary to a lot of people to put yourself out there. But
Right.
how are you gonna succeed in the field you want to if you don't put yourself out there?
Hmm.
And you might get rejected, and we often, a lot of us struggle with the fear of rejection. But in the real world, that's just how life is. You're gonna
Thank
get
you. Yeah.
rejected from the positions you want. You're gonna get rejected from internships.
Mhm.
But we have to learn to be okay with that because through the rejections and the failures, that's when we get our opportunities, right?
Definitely, definitely. And what you said about the page, the Future Female Scholars, I think I follow that too, guys. I love it. And part of what Faith and Formulas does is we're now starting to kind of post the same type of stuff as them on our Instagram, but it's catered towards STEM professions. Like most recently, I posted um, scholarship opportunities for rising seniors who are in STEM. So definitely also check out our Instagram.
And Faith&Formulas is so wonderful as well,
Oh,
guys.
thank you.
Go follow them on Instagram.
Yes,
They're so
go
great.
follow, go follow. Bring back cold emailing. I was telling Anuki the other day, at the Congress, I was like, oh my gosh, like I just reached out to some people at Emory and they're doing different, wait, I told you this, right? Like I reached out to some people at Emory and I just cold emailed them and I asked for opportunities to intern at their research facility. They were one of the first people who created the Moderna strain of the COVID vaccine. And so I was like, I definitely have to intern with you guys and shadow and everything. And there actually wasn't even like a shadowing opportunity for high school students. But because I emailed them with such great passion and I showed them how interested I am in public health, they decided to create a shadowing opportunity for me that before didn't even exist. And also, another piece of advice that I have to find internship opportunities would probably be ChatGPT. I know it sounds like, what, ChatGPT? But yes, when you give it a prompt, definitely say like what you're interested in doing, whether that's engineering, mathematics, science, technology. Tell them what you're interested in doing. Tell them your age, your grade, and your area, and they will give you countless amount of opportunities. But that's my advice.
ChatGPT is so wonderful. ChatGPT, when we utilize ChatGPT correctly to foster our own development rather than get rid of like the creativity aspect, when we use ChatGPT wisely, there are
Right.
so many just incredible things we can do.
Right. And there are so many, like with ChatGPT and the internet and AI in general, we know that now there's a lot of speculations whether it will help or hurt us. But I feel like that's all up to the user. You know, if you want it to benefit you, it's there. Like you can, I know this is kind of off topic, guys, but still, this is very vital information. You can use ChatGPT to help you study for assignments rather than do the work for you. ChatGPT is a tool that can be used correctly in, schools. A lot of people like frown upon it, but I would definitely say use ChatGPT to your advantage, but don't allow it to do things for you. Allow it to be of assistance for you instead.
Yeah, don't let it do your homework, guys.
Right.
Oh, this is a really good question that a lot of people struggle with. What if my family or community does not understand my STEM dreams?
Advice that I would give is to connect with people who do support you. And I know that sounds like okay, well, I can't because my family doesn't support me, but for me, one of the things that I've created with Faith and Formulas is a platform online of group chats, 4 different group chats, and each one is catered to a specific letter of the word STEM. So I have a group chat for science, I have a group chat for technology, engineering, and math. And what these group chats are, they are places where people can go to if they don't have support from people in their lives, or if they do have support and they just want some more. And once a person goes to my website and they decide to be a part of one of these group chats, all you have to do is email and I will add you to one. And so I created that because I know that there is a large portion of people who might not feel supported at home. They might not see representation of people that look like them in the field that they want to go into. And they're just finding themselves in a place of disparity because they don't have hope. And that's a really big issue, especially for women in STEM. So I've created these groups so that we can have a heightened sense of sisterhood in this community and definitely just like empower each other.
Because STEM needs sisterhood. That's wonderful, Skylar. You're
Thank you.
creating that platform is just so crucial to girls who are sitting at home thinking, I want to be an engineer, but I don't have that support at home.
Right.
Another thing you can do is go to school and find clubs if you have them at your school that
Right.
support your STEM dreams. There's so many clubs like HOSA. HOSA is a Future Health Professionals Club depending on your school, you can do non-competition events like volunteering, guest speakers, which I actually bring guest speakers to my school. We recently, last year, had two professors at Ohio State's Department of Infection and Immunity come in and actually talk to
Wow.
our students, give them lectures. It was just so wonderful. And then we had service projects where we made cards for patients at Nationwide Children's Hospital.
Aw.
And then there's also the competition side where you can put your skills to the test in 40 plus different competitive events, testing events, research events, speaking events. Just surround yourself with like-minded people as best as you can.
Yeah, that's amazing. Very well said. And I think it's really great to find support in communities, especially as a woman in STEM, because we are a minority in this field, right? There are not many women in STEM careers. It's male dominated. So when we do get into a position where we have a, professional career in STEM, us women are often actually against each other because there's so few of us. So I feel like at a young age, it's so important to create that foundation of community rather than competition.
I totally agree, Skylar. And I remember when we were at the Congress, which, by the way, Congress was amazing, so
Amazing.
wonderful. At the Congress, I remember one of the speakers saying, "This is the age of collaboration. We are leaving competition behind, everyone."
Right,
And this
yes.
is the day and age where you can't do anything alone. Even if you want to, you're gonna need to be connecting with other people from all across the world. So why would we go against each other when we are stronger together? Okay, so we have a question here that asks, can I combine STEM with other passions like fashion, art, business, faith, or even content creation?
I would definitely say 100% yes. Now, for my platform that I created it based off of needing more girls in STEM, right? Because I was the only girl on my math team for my whole time in middle school. And, it was an experience that I was honored to have to represent girls on it, but I felt like, am I supposed to be here? So I created Faith and Formulas to inspire girls to have enough faith to pursue careers in STEM. But the reason why I have it as a mainly online platform, because you can definitely combine STEM with other passions, such as content creation, which is one of my biggest passions. I've always recorded stuff since I was a little girl, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just pick up a camera and combine this with Faith and Formulas. And that's what I did. So, whatever you do, if it is your passion deep down, I would say there's a route where you can combine STEM and your passions with. And yeah, that's my biggest advice.
Yes, that's such good advice, Skylar. And when I created my platform, Psytrend, when I started it, it was during the pandemic. I got really, really bored, and I, like you, really liked just picking up a camera and like recording. Like when I was little, I used to record myself on my mom's old phone. I used to record myself doing dance practices for my Sri
Oh,
Lankan dancing, and I just used to like it was like a whole vlog style thing, and I was like, okay, I gotta try this. And my dad was like, you wanna try this? Let's try this.
yeah.
And I recorded videos, and I will be recording more videos soon, actually.
Ooh.
And my whole, like, my platform is built on educating people in science about certain concepts, especially like space and like health science, because those
Yes.
two are just my big passions. You gotta follow your passions, and you can
Right.
totally combine STEM with other passions. You can do STEM alongside other things. Like you can
Right.
sing, I sing. You
Mhm.
can draw, you can do anything you want as long as you have a passion for it and you're willing to put in the time and effort for it, which you can see with Skylar. She puts so much time and effort
Oh,
into
thank
everything she
you.
does.
Yes, thank you so much. And I definitely agree with everything Anuki is saying. Like, you see how she's phenomenally created side trends, like that combines STEM and content creation on YouTube. And watch out, guys, because she's coming back this year.
Yep, this year, and my website's getting revamped too, but you can always read my old articles I've written on
Yay!
anything from new spacecraft launches. I did I did live coverage. And it might look like a little shabby when you're like writing about like, hey, live update. This is what's going on with the spacecraft. As long as you have a passion for it, people will follow you. People will recognize you
Right.
because it's not about doing it perfect, which honestly, my break from doing all this has helped me really realize it's not about like, oh, do I have the perfect website? Do I have the perfect like background graphics? Am I
Right.
having the perfect script? It's not about that.
Right.
It's about
Yeah.
whether you want to do it. It's whether you have that passion.
Right.
Combine STEM with your other passions. That's the most important thing.
Like you said, like people sometimes wait until things are perfect to start doing it. Honestly, guys, if you wait until something's perfect, you might never actually do it because time will never be perfect. There's a right time for everything, and that might not be the most perfect time. But I started Faith and Formulas in a time where, I didn't think I could. I created my website and I was like, well, I don't know if people are gonna go on this, but I've reached over 300 people, you guys, just in the past couple.
Yay!
Thank you. Just in the past couple of months, and I started with 0 followers. We all start with 0 followers, 0 supporters, but it's that passion, like Anuki said, that will help you grow and reach so many more people. How do I deal with imposter syndrome or self-doubt in STEM spaces?
This is a really important question. This is something that I feel like all girls in STEM struggle with. You're going into the Science Olympiad team. You're like, am I one of like 3 varsity members that are female? That was my experience a couple months ago. And I just like felt all this doubt. Like, dealing with that imposter syndrome, it comes with a lot of learning that it's okay to feel that way and then figuring out how to empower yourself. Look at people who are leaders in your field that look like you, that sound like you, that speak like you. Look for those role models. And then I completely forget about my self-doubt when I see women astronauts breaking barriers and setting record-breaking spacewalks. Like,
Right.
it's obviously something to work on, but it's just so it's so powerful to have those role models.
And I was one of, I was the only girl in my math club, and then I
Go girls.
competed, and I was the only girl in my honors math class as well. I was literally one of two of the only girls. And so definitely when you don't see representation around you, it makes you kind of doubt and say, should I be in these spaces? But honestly, one of my biggest um, pieces of advice is if you're in a situation where nobody has been in before, or, it's not common for people like you to be in that, then you're in the right place because that means that they're needed. And I understand that, obviously girls in STEM are needed, but there's not a lot. So what do you do when you're in the situation where you feel alone, where you want support from another female? Well, I would say number one, recruit other people. You can do that through word of mouth, through content creation, like we talked about, or if you don't have the opportunity to recruit them to physically be with you, just recruit them for support. And like I said with the group chats, there's so much support where you can get online from mentors, from people who are already doing stuff that you want to do. Like just just get support and get community. But just like Anuki said, you have to acknowledge that you do have this imposter syndrome and kind of see where it's coming from and just work through that because it's not bad to have it. It's a natural, normal thing to have. But definitely, I would say just work through it and find your outlets, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely. Be the light that others follow. Be
Hmm.
that trailblazer. It might seem like a lot of responsibility, but like Skylar said, if you're one of the only women, you're bound, you're right where you want to be, and you are bound to be that trailblazer. Be the light that others can follow as well.
100%.
Be a girl's
Yes.
girl.
Be a girl's girl. Yes.
Be a girl's girl.
Yes, guys. If you didn't take anything from this takeaway, be a girl's girl. Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Anuki. I
Thank
loved
you
all
so
the
much for
valuable,
having me.
yes, of course. I loved all the valuable information that you shared, and I'm so excited to work on more projects with you in the future.
Yes, we will. Look out for our projects. We're about to be the next big
Yes,
thing.
we are neurosurgeon and astronaut. Oh my gosh.
Everyone here is gonna be the next big thing in STEM.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So look out for us, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.